Here's another example of, this is the Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. I believe this is a first edition. It doesn't state that at the front pages, but it does. I do know that this book was copyrighted in 1977 and the book was published in 1977. So I'm going to have to assume that it was a first edition. So we have some tears there in the jacket, as you can see. I purchased this at a used bookstore and they wrote the word 5 in there. At least it's in pencil. So I will tolerate stuff that has the decal edge on it. As many of you know, Toni Morrison is a very famous author. I found this in a used bookstore. I couldn't believe it, first edition. That is amazing. I'm going to put that plastic cover around here. Again, I know some of you don't like that, but a 1977 first edition with just a few, what'll happen is that these tears will start getting worse as possibly I read the book and handle it. So I'm going to put that plastic Mylar cover around to protect it. Here is a 1986 edition of an anthology which has 5 novels of Agatha Christie's in it. Now, this, you got to be careful with anthologies because even though this is hardcover, it has, I guess, a rather interesting book jacket to it. You can see already the damage to even the book jacket. See how it's yellowing at the top? This book was printed in 1986. The actual cover, or the actual cover of the book without the jacket, is pretty nice. It is all cloth bound, gilded on the back there. However, I do not believe they used acid-free paper even in this hardbound book from 1986. You probably can't see this on here, but it is yellowing all around the edges, all around here, and it's kind of yellowing on the sides as well. So for 1986, or actually the book is in really good condition, but really they probably did not use acid-free paper. So therefore it is now starting to yellow. So I just thought I'd let you know, it looks like it's got a little bit of water damage in here. This is all crinkly right in here. And someone wrote in the front of the book, whoops, you can't, there it goes, which I don't mind that at all. I do not mind when people have written, Happy Easter, Kathy, from Mom and Dad, Easter of '93. Although the book I know was published in '86, but so this might have sat on shelves at a bookstore for quite a while even. So I don't know, just thought I'd give you some that I don't mind, especially older books that are pre-owned, having either a bookmark or a label in it that says this is my library. I think those things are kind of charming. I do enjoy books that have been read before, that I really like the idea that someone has read this book before and that it was part of a personal library of theirs. I'm not necessarily talking about books that are ex-library books from a public library, but someone who's had something in their personal library and has enjoyed it before, has opened it. Even I don't mind a few markings in a book. I don't like a lot of markings and highlighting. It's not what I mean. So I just thought that it adds to the charm of a book, the history of that book. I have a lot of used books and antique books, leather-bound and otherwise. So I just wanted to throw that in, that even though a book may be kind of tattered, there's a certain charm to it that someone has enjoyed and read this book. So there's another thought. So I guess to summarize just a few of the things that I've shown, I do buy a lot of used books. I buy a lot of antique books. I buy, I don't know what you consider antique. I think antique of something that's maybe before like 1970, something like that. But there's certain flaws that I will tolerate because maybe you can't find a hardback anymore. So I guess it depends on your age and what kinds of books you like to collect, and you will tolerate certain conditions. So I hope you enjoyed this.